Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. So if you watched my last YouTube video about Airtable and Go High Level, I really just talked about the reusing both in conjunction. I don't think I actually shared with you the power of how it all works. So I'm going to share with you, we're going to set this up step by step, a base of what it's going to do to help you with your operations and reporting. And so we're going to show you exactly how to set it up. And then I'm also going to set up the automations in High Level and Zapier to connect the two together. So first of all, let's go in and create a brand new base in Airtable. So you're going to get an account like something like this. You're going to see, like I said over here on the left, these ones with the white with the people, those are your workspace. And then these are all of my different Airtable bases. And I'm going to go here and actually open a new workspace here. It's kind of a clean one so we can start from scratch. I'm starting to build one out for real estate. So in real estate, make sure to stay tuned as well too, right? So we're going to click create, and we're going to actually start from scratch. You can actually build an app with AI here, and basically it's the same thing, but like you can put in what the criteria of what you're looking for. I just usually just start from scratch. You can change the colors over here on the top, and you can pick a particular color that you want to do. Let's see, let's do this blue. Like this blue, it's nice. And you can change the name of it, so we can just call it business operations, whatever you want to call it, your company name. You can also move my picture here, click on the appearance. You can change the icon too, so you can put these little icons here, things like that. I have one for my financials and everything, and even for personal development. So I'm super excited to share with you those different styles of what I'm building out. Normally, what we'll do here is just delete these, or as I go, I just delete kind of the ones or rename the ones that are in here. This is the fields, right? So I like to think of this as a fancy spreadsheet, like fancy Google Sheet, fancy Excel spreadsheet, but you can do a lot more. Then what we're going to do is also change the table name. So we're going to rename that leads. Just call it leads here. And the views too. So I'll get more into it as we build this out, but you can filter out the grid view here. And when you have a bunch of fields, you can filter out, have duplicate different views of the information you want to see. So we're just going to keep it with grid, although like I said before, there's all these other different options that you can change the view with the calendar, gallery, but we're going to stick with the grid view for now. And you can change the name of this too. So you can say new leads, or you can actually, once we get more leads in here, we can have the different views of like follow-ups and things like that, right? So I made a list of fields that I'm going to need. I'm going to need first name, and you could have the full name right here, but we can just do first name, last name, single text, phone number, and type in phone number. And then actually, let me do one other thing. I like to do, my mentor showed me that you can actually click Shift Alt and then the space bar. See, it doesn't always do that for me. Let's see. Um, why does it not do it? Where's control? What is the shortcut? Command control space. Command control space. Ah, command control. So it's command control space at the same time. Then you can pull up the emojis here. So put that in here. Save. And I made a list. Let me see here of other fields I want to do. Let's see, where's that? Here we go. Okay, date, phone number, email. Let's go. Email. Lead source. And actually with lead source, we can do a single drop down. Single select drop down, and we can fill in where the late face did it come from. Facebook, come from Google Ads, organic, referrals. Let's see, lead status, or really actually pipeline stage. If they're book a call, things like that, we can normally what it's probably going to be the drop down here is new lead. New lead, contacted, appointment set or appointment booked. But we're just put in the fields here. When a new lead comes in, what we're going to do is sync the automation from HighLevel to Zapier, and Zapier will send it over to Airtable right here. And everything has to be exact though, even with these emojis I'm putting in too. And I'll show you what I mean in the automation. Disqualified. And you can also change these colors too. So you can pick certain colors you want. Great field. Okay, let's see. Also, last contacted date, or we can actually do time added. And I'm going to use the created time. So it'll automatically, the minute it gets zapped in here is the time that it was created. Let's see. Next follow-up date. You can just put a regular date in here. So you can set whatever date you want to follow up with. You can also put in the lead value. Let's put in currency, potential value. So if your offer is a certain amount, you can put the potential value of what that lead is for. And then notes, just you can put another section for some notes. Or actually, let's use the long text as the field option. And we're going to put that here, notes. And then responsibility. You could also set the who's responsible, or like the user who needs to call back, who's the sales rep responsible. And also I like to put in tags. Let's add that. And paste that here. You could either have those specific tags, or you can just leave it as, let's see, you can put multi-select. So if there's multiple tags, you could have you have to set your tags in here, or if in the automation, if there's a new tag, it'll add the new tag here. So lead and you can have certain buying tags or whatever the other additional tags are. We can add that later. Prospect quality, warm, hot, cold leads. This is probably more than you really want or need, but it's okay. Let's see, single select, hot. It depends also on your workflow too, you know. Let's see, social media URL, whatever you want to track as leads, right? Let's see, function. Also, I want to put the month. I want to filter out the month. Let's make this formula, and we can pull. Another cool thing is what I do actually is I'm really bad at math and functions, but actually, let's see here. But month, we can actually ask it to pull in the month, add it from the time that it was added. Let's see if that. See suggested fix. Time added, and then month. See, 1 second. We can actually use ChatGPT's Airtable GPT. And usually I ask it because I know I have it in other fields, but I forgot what it was. Function full time added just the month. Okay, cool. Date and time created, month. Copy that one. Let's go over here, paste that here. My pasting is being weird. Edit, paste. It's time. The name is time added. And that should be good. Cool. I pulled the month. And now I need the year. I do that one. It gives you a bunch of these versions, but I just need the year, not the month and year. Let's copy that one. Let's do year formula. And let's just paste edit. Oh, and then, or you can even instruct actually how you named your things, because I put time added. There you go. And pull the year. Awesome. So next step, I know it probably took a while to do all that. Oh, also full name. You could actually, so this is the primary name here, and I can pull the first and last name here into the full name on this one, this function. Let me get that formula again. Full first and last name fields. Sometimes the cool thing is I don't even need to speak perfect English with ChatGPT. It understand what I needed, or I can have say things in short version. So this is exactly the formula I need right here with the space in between. So I'm going to click edit field and make this a formula. And it's going to pull the first and the last name from those fields and put it in that section. So when I put in my name here and put my last name in here, it'll update perfectly. Awesome. So next step, thanks for sticking with me here. The next step is we're going to go to Zapier, and actually we can jump to HighLevel first. Actually, let's go to HighLevel. We're going to jump back and forth from HighLevel and Zapier. In my HighLevel account, you're going to go to automations on the left-hand side, and you're going to create a new workflow. I'm actually, let's see here. I want to actually make a new one. Okay, great. So you're going to go to on the left-hand side, you're going to go to automations, and we're going to create a new workflow. So let's create new workflow, and we're going to start from scratch. myself over here, make myself smaller. So let's see here. We're going to start from scratch. Let me make this a little bit bigger. The trigger is going to be contact created. So what I want to do is anytime any contact is not changed, created. Anytime a contact is created, anytime somebody fills out a form, anybody who calls the business, it actually has a inbox that's all in one, like all in one inbox. So anytime somebody calls or fills out a form, like anything, it automatically actually creates the contact. So contact created, and that's it. Actually, let's see if there's filters. If it has a specific tag. No, we just want any contact. I want to track every contact that comes through the system. So contact created is the trigger. So I'm going to rename this too. So it's like all leads, and then we're going to zap that to Airtable. And so what we're going to do next is the action is going to be a webhook. So that's where we're going to go to Zapier, and we're going to need to put the webhook here in this section. Another thing actually before the webhook is I also like to do a tag. I would like to add a tag when anybody is an account, a contact is created. So you can add a tag, new contact. And we're just going to, you can name anything. Every time you start a workflow, I always suggest create a tag so you know where they came from. So new contact created, add tag, new contact. Now I'm going to add the webhook. And actually, I'm going to go to Zapier, and I have folders in my Zapier. And then if you want to create your own folder, you could. So I'm going to create this new folder to organize things. And I'm going to create a new Zap. And the Zap is going to be, the first trigger is going to be webhook. You will have to, there is a lower end or free version, I think, of Zapier when you first start, but you need to upgrade to the pro level. And I think I'm paying like $29.99. Of course, with a lot of these softwares, if you pay like more, you can, have a little bit of a savings. I think I used to have this really great deal, but anyway, you need to have the pro to have this webhook feature. So then you're going to click on trigger event, and we're going to just say catch hook, and then click continue, and it's going to create a key. So I'm going to click continue again, and there's the long link or webhook URL. So I'm going to copy this. We're going to go back to high level, and we're going to add that webhook right here, this regular webhook. They have another one, but I just don't even understand what that one is for. So let's put the link there, and we're going to click save action and save and publish. So now anytime a contact is created here, it's going to send this over to this catch hook. This is going to connect it, and then we're going to send this to our Airtable. So I'm going to type in Airtable. I already have mine linked. You may have to sync yours when you pick Airtable, and it'll look it up, and you just sync it together. It might ask you for an API code. Okay, so in this next section, the action event is actually going to be create a record, because anytime I'm not updating a record, basically out of all these options, and we're going to just create a new record. We're not going to create or update. I just want to create a new record every time a new lead is sent in here. So a new lead's there, and we're going to select the account. I'm already have mine synced up, so I'm just going to pick the one that I have here, and then we're going to pick the base. The base is, what did I call it? Business operations. There it is. So type it in. And then the table is going to be leads that we just created. So now here, all of these things right here, all the fields that we made, the name function is automatically pulls in from the first and the last name. So I'm not going to fill that. I am going to fill out the first name here. So I'm going to click the plus button, and I have to actually pull in a test first, so it actually can find some data. So let's test the trigger. Let's see. And actually, let me put a new lead in that system, and then we can test this out. 1 second. So I'm actually going to need to have a lead go through this automation in HighLevel, and that's going to recognize the lead from this webhook and then go into the Zapier. We have to pull that into a test. So what I'm going to do is actually go back to contacts and add myself to this workflow. So here I am in the contacts. I'm just lead, and I'm going to add myself to that automation. So just pretending that it went through it, or in any way that it comes through, whether it's manually put through the automation, or a new contact is created through social media, through filling out a form. However, like from now on, it's going to start triggering it, but now I have to manually do this one just so we can test it out. So the action is just you can write anything. It's just backend internal thing. So I'm going to test, or I could make it say test or whatever. So that's cool. That pulled it in. Now I think I can go to Zapier here and it'll recognize the test. Cool. It pulled the record. So we're going to click that and then pull in all my information here. And I'm going to continue with that record. Now it's going to go to Airtable, and I'm going to be able to continue now and pull in the leads. So I'm going to put in pull in the fields. So last name, phone number. So all you have to do is click the plus button and then find the fields that you want to sync through, and it has to be exactly all of those fields. So every time a lead comes through, all those fields will come through. Lead source. And if you want to find a field, you can type in lead source. Let's see, contact source. I can put that as the lead source. If it's pipeline stage, is probably always going to be a new time added will automatically be filled in. Follow-up days, these are some blank areas that we'll probably leave. And tags, responsible unless it's the same person, So tags, I'm going to click on here and pull whatever tags I have on my system on that contact. That's going to pull in here. So I can pull that tag in here. Month and year we made as a function. The rest of these spots can be manually filled in. So anything that is being pulled that we know we have information for, that's where you want to put it into those fields, right? And then, or yes, that's what I'm telling you, not right. It is how it's going to be. And then we're going to click continue and then test the step. So now when I go to Airtable, you'll be able to see. Let me refresh this. There it is. Oops. Didn't even have to refresh. My new lead that we just pulled in, where the lead source was from, time was added, all of the additional things and tags and things like that, and the month. So I'm going to delete these other tests that we were messing around with here and delete those. And there we go. So now every time a lead comes in to that sub account on HighLevel, it's going to automatically zap over to Airtable, and there you go. So that's your basic table creation over on Airtable and how we sync it over from Zapier and HighLevel. There's so much more automations I need to get to, but this now is, I know, a whole lot of information here. So I'm going to keep, make sure to go back and watch the rest, or, if you need to stop and do this together as I built this whole thing out here today, feel free to watch this video several times. I'll also create a SOP and write out the instructions if that's also helpful. We all have different learning styles. So thanks for watching this video. Really appreciate it. And if you have any questions about this basic system, let me know. The next videos, I'm going to show you some more advanced features, how to link multiple tables, things like that, interfaces. There's so much more to go over. So keep watching, and we'll see you on the next video. Much love and aloha.